together, folks. So when you guys are ready. They're going to win a championship. Because each one doesn't lose. Look at All right, we are here today. Castle Group Mortgage, Stanley Den in the house, Joe Castillo in the house. We are here today, and we are glad to be together. And
yes,
today
sir.
we had a record set up, right?
10 minutes, 15 minutes actually.
Yeah, like 15 minutes-ish, basically. So that's first week. It was like 3.5 hours.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It was horrible.
Would you like a cigar? I don't want to push it on you.
Yes, please. I'm feeling really cigar-y today.
I want, I didn't want to sound like, I want to be a bad influence.
Nah, it's no problem.
But this one I'm going to give it to you because I'm guaranteed you're going to like it. I don't know if we can zoom in on this one here. This is an Argonoso leaf. And this is Fabrica de Tabacos, Casa Fernandez. Let's zoom that in there. So this is a really great cigar. I think you're going to like it. I mean, it's a great cigar. I love them. When they put them out, I bought every one they had.
Wow.
I bought every one they had when they brought them out.
It's already cut too.
Oh, is it already cut?
Yeah. Oh, wait.
No.
Right.
You got to cut that. You want me to cut for you?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, I like to just scalp. Some people ask about cutting cigars. I like to just scalp it like a Native American. You know how what do they call that? They scalp people.
Oh.
So I like to just scalp the very tip of it and not waste any tobacco. So that's how I cut mine. Some people chop a whole pinky finger off, but not me.
Okay. It makes it more smooth, right?
I mean, I just like to see, cigars are expensive, so I'm just cheap. So I want to cut off as least as possible.
I got you.
And I'm gonna enjoy a nice. I'm gonna enjoy a nice My Father here. That's a My Father, and this is a good cigar. So My Father. My father. Let's go to my father. They have a lot of different lines, so I wasn't sure which My Father that was. So that's my father here, and I got my nice little ostrich bags, real nice. My ostrich bag with all my different, cutters, lighters, bleeder for the torch, and then so if I have to go to church after a cigar, I got my little cologne there.
Look at that.
So I carry a little bit of this. It's the same guys that make Aventus. It's
really?
Creed by Aventus.
Oh.
Same company, but it's Creed. It's called Creed. But that one is the Winston Churchill fragrance. That's what Winston Churchill wore.
So you got a little cigar first aid package right there, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I used to carry a toothbrush and mouthwash in there too, like miniature,
So it was a care package.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna now this one is a torpedo. So I can't just scalp it, but I definitely don't want to take too much, but I don't want it to be such little cut where I can't pull on it. So I cut a little bit more off with the torpedo. So that's what we got there. So My Father, the Judge was the #1 cigar of the year. I think last year. So a lot of people do like the Judge.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of the Judge. I mean, all of my father's cigars are good. For me, anything Oliva, anything My Father, any one of them are good. But the Judge, I don't really care for that much out of all of them. So I don't really buy the Judge. The classic My Father, I do enjoy. So I'm doing the My Father. I just recently discovered My Father's original cigar. It's a blue wrapper. I forgot the name of it. I think it's called Jaime Garcia or something like that. But it's a blue wrapper. It says original on it. That's the very first one they came out with. And believe it or not, even though we're at my private club here, I found those cigars really cheap in Cinco Ranch by my gym.
Really?
So yeah, I found them for like $5 cheaper. So I'm like, oh man, I don't want to tell the owner here, but I might have to go over there and grab all those, because it's a good price and it's a good cigar. Their first one, but now this My Father is really their flagship. So that's what we're enjoying today. But we're glad to have you guys on the show today. I'd like to hear your feedback on my intro. I made the intro myself. I decided to cut out the difficult task of finding editors, and I made my own intro. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'll play it again for you guys. I'm so happy. You're going to see it every week, but I'll play it again for them to see, There it is right there, folks. That's me at the New York Stock Exchange. My customers are closing. They're going to win a chance. That's Matt Ishbia, owner of the Phoenix Suns, biggest lending company in America. Private jet. We were switching in that's making meditations, working on human rights.
That's me right there.
Stand the man there. That's Alex Lopez. Our clients, our loan officers. Fix or flop. We are here.
Yes, sir.
And we are excited to be with you all today. All right, so we'd like to have Anthony on the show, but Stanley was busy at work today. Oh, while you were setting up, I should have called Bill. Oh well. But I was on the. Thank you, sir. We have an angel that just appeared, and he blessed us with the La Grande Aperta. Offerta. My Spanish is not very good.
You show that on camera.
Let me show that on the camera. Yeah. Well, unbelievable. Look at that. Beautiful gem. Blessed by an angel. God bless you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. So this is incredible. Look at that. We're in the right place at the right time.
I know, right?
We just got blessed with 2 La Grande. And if you don't want that, I'll take it for you. If you want to just keep it cool for you, my humidor.
I appreciate it. Yeah, please.
So we're glad to be here, guys, on this episode of Fix or Flop. Anthony can't join us right now because he does have to pick up his wife in Dallas, and she gets off at 5, and we're broadcasting about roughly 4:30. But I sent him a link. If he had time to join and jump on, he can join and jump on with us. Today we are doing 2 different angles, which you guys can see, which means we're using cell phones. So the cell phones are really great.
They're great
quality close up. So we're using cell phones to come with you guys. And I don't think we didn't really at least I didn't brainstorm. And if you did, you don't have your phone with you because
I don't.
You're broadcasting with us.
Yeah.
But
I mean, we can search up some articles online, no problem.
Yeah, we could do that. Also, we are open to question and answers. So if you guys have some questions, we have answers. So just post your questions or comments in the private chat, and we'll be happy to talk and share with you.
Yes, please.
So Stan, tell us a little bit about your day today. How did you start your day off? I saw you in the office bright and early working hard.
Oh, yeah.
So what were you working on today?
Really today I was working on our website. A lot of improvements, I would say, especially after the last meeting when we were talking about it. There were some ideas spreading around on how to create a better website. Have you checked it out yet, Joseph?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
it's a big improvement, and I think we're gonna just keep going on the improvements. Not only are we gonna do this on the investment side, but also on the mortgage side. There's a calculator. There's all the programs that we have that we offer. And if you guys are like have any time, please check it out right now. We want more web traffic, and yeah.
You want them to see the new site?
Yeah, I do want them to see the new site. Yes,
okay, I'm going to share it in the chat.
Mhm.
You guys can click on it. Just click on that link in the chat, and you can take a look at it and give your feedback. And I'm going to also put that up there for you guys.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to also just take a moment to reshare our broadcast on Facebook. And if you're watching, please do like and please reshare. Do like and reshare.
Please.
I'm going to just tell people, hey, we are live now. Join us. Let's chat. Taking Q and A. Taking Q&A. There's the link for the YouTube. And I think that'd be good for now, right?
Yeah, you have a lot of followers on Facebook.
I do. So we'll post it on Facebook so people can also chat with us there. So wonderful. So yeah, let's share the let's share the website with everybody. All right, let's go camera 2, and we're going to share the website with you now live. We can do that just by sharing the screen. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to share a screen, and we're going to show. So listen, you walk us through it. Tell me what to click, and I'll click around for them.
Okay. So the first thing that you're introduced with is our homepage, and right in front of you, you'll see a commercial loan calculator. Now, this is just a rough estimate. I'm taking it on the average of 2025 rates. These are subject to change. There's a disclaimer at the bottom. But really, it's really simple. You just enter your loan amount. You enter the loan type.
So let's take a look.
Yeah.
Say 500,000.
Mhm.
And that's, if the purchase price is 500,000, mine, you have to deduct your down payment.
Exactly.
So after you deduct your down payment, that's what's left over, the loan amount.
The loan amount.
So we're saying the loan amount of 500,
Mhm.
right? And then what's the next box do?
So the next box it will tell you the loan type, and let's just do DSCR because it's the most accurate that we have so far.
Okay.
Yep. And then the last part is the experience level, right?
Okay.
And you actually get a certain percentage of discount depending on how experienced you are. 1 year, you don't really get a discount. 2 year, you don't really get a discount. It's after the 3 year mark is when you start to go par, as in you get a bonus. So 4 years and 5 years, you get the most. At 5 years, you get like a 2% down on the experience level. And yes, since this is,
let's take a look here.
yeah, go ahead. And since this is hard money,
Yeah, 2% less. You mean? Yeah.
2% less. Yeah. So since this is DSCR, you need a certain like experience level. A lot of our lenders require a certain amount of experience for us to even do work with them, right?
Yeah. To qualify for the DSCR, actually, you have to at least own a house.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot get a DSCR loan if you don't own a property.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be on deed somewhere in the United States to even get the DSCR.
Exactly.
So let's go back and go a little bit bigger, and let's continue to walk us through this here.
Yeah, go ahead. All right. And then as you scroll down, you'll see there's a programs. We'll continue that. And then this is our solutions right here. This is our services, essentially. Commercial, residential, and infrastructure. And as we continue to scroll down.
And they can't click on these, right?
No, they can't click on these.
Okay, but could we make it clickable?
Yes, we can make it clickable.
Because I think a lot of people intuitively think they could click on it. You know?
Yeah, right. Once we get past this about Castle Group Investments, you can read that yourself. Then we get
okay, I'll read it. At Castle Group Investments, we specialize in providing tailored financial solutions for construction and development projects. Whether you're a builder, developer, or investor, we offer flexible loan options to help bring the vision to life. Our expertise in the industry ensures a smooth and efficient funding process, allowing you to focus on what matters most, building success.
Yes, sir. That's a pretty good one, right? Yeah. And here, this is work in progress. We're going to have more clients in our website soon, so we can prove, it's like awards, like a trophy, right? It's like when you kill a deer, what do you do with the head, right? You mount it. That's essentially what we're going to do. And down here at the bottom where the meat of it is. This is our programs. Now you see there's already, there's already some criteria right there. If you click it, go ahead, click the image.
Oh, so that is clickable.
Yes, that's clickable.
And I see multifamily,
Mhm.
5+ loans from 500K to 50 million, up to 80% LTV,
Mhm.
terms up to 30 years.
Yep. These terms are from our lenders.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's great. And then if I click next,
Next one, you'll see the next term.
Oh, okay.
Office.
All right, got it.
Yep. And then this front page only shows 4. But once you click view more programs, go ahead, Joseph. View more programs on the left.
Okay.
It'll show you even more programs that we have, and we can add this as much as we can.
Okay, nice.
Each of them is detailed as well.
So we can put church,
everything.
Church program. We got land
Look
programs.
at that. It is beautiful, isn't it?
Agricultural.
Agricultural and recreational, hotel and hospitality.
Yeah.
They all have details on there from our lenders.
Oh, that's exciting. That's
Yes,
exciting.
Sir. And this is going to be a big list, Joseph. Think like 20 different loan types in that page. Right? We can definitely do that.
I love it. I love it. And then if we go to programs here,
that's the programs. You're on the programs.
Oh, I'm already on there. And then services, what does this do here?
Services is just telling us basically what we can do.
All right. Now, do you think that does it look a little crowded as far as the font?
I can
make that a
definitely
little
edit
smaller
that.
font?
Yeah, we can make it a little smaller.
I think it matters too if you go like this, it looks, or go like that, it looks a little better. But maybe if you make that font a little bit smaller, let's see if we click this. Oh yeah, it comes right up.
Yep, comes right up.
So they could learn all about these different things.
Exactly.
By clicking that. Oh, that's fantastic, man. Good job. Good job. Let's give them some applause here, guys.
There's a About Us tab as well. But
okay, hold on. Before we do the applause, we're going to look at the About Us. All right, the About Us. All right. Full service mortgage brokerage dedicated to providing comprehensive financing solutions. Great. Love it. We fund dreams. What we do at Casco Investments, we're driven by passion for empowering individuals, businesses, and developers to reach their full potential. Love it.
Yep.
Love it. Contact
and it should be compliant. There should be a lender ECOA equal at the very bottom right there.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's very important. Wonderful. Oh, I like it, man. I like it.
Click the contact
here.
Yep.
All right. We got some of our team here.
Yeah, some of our team.
Officers and
it's still work in progress.
Yeah. Okay, wait. That's all in contact. I like it. So we got the offices there. You could probably add the suite.
Yes, I'm going to add the suite.
Then we got Anthony, Alex, Jade. Do we have your picture up there yet?
Not yet. I had to put them.
Okay, so we got Amanat, Kadir, you,
everyone
right?
else.
But you got them on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you scroll down a little bit more, it will ask about your information: first name, last name.
No, that's great.
Email, and it goes directly to whatever email I set it up to. If you want a notification, let me know. If you want it to be in a different email address, let me know.
Great. I'm just flabbergasted how we just got blessed with these cigars.
Me too.
From a total stranger, just walked up and gave us, both $16 cigars.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. Well, you deserve it, sir. You've been working hard on this website. So once again, let's give a hand.
Thank you.
Great. Yeah, I like the site. It looks good.
Yeah.
And I know Anthony didn't really like the site that I made.
Yeah, well,
I thought it was pretty good, but he didn't like it very much.
Well, he was speaking to some investors, right? And they actually were concerned about the site themselves.
Yeah. Some investors were like, hey man, this don't look legit. Who made your site? And it was me. So,
but it was actually really good for the time.
It
was clear cut and simple.
It was functional, and it had the information on there. So matter of fact. It's still the same site right now because the new one hasn't gone live. So I could share that site too with you guys, and you could take a look at it. Tell me what you think. Let's go share screen, and we're gonna go with. There it is. So this is the one that I made. Everyone says it looks like a fake company, but I have the essentials, right? I have our MLS number, soft pull, hard pull. They can search us up. They can apply. This goes directly to the application. I have our building in case somebody's kind of driving around trying to find us. Has some of our staff in here. So
my favorite thing is the symbol that you have, Castle Group.
Oh,
that's my favorite.
The shield,
and everything, the whole thing.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, that one was. Alex helped me with that one. So yeah, just and then we got some of our partners, UWM and LMLO Box and so on, some different things there. I have a different calculator. It doesn't look as nice as his, but I have a DSCR calculator. I have a national rate predictor based on the 10-year treasury note. And then I have a mortgage calculator for a residential
Oh yeah,
mortgage.
we're gonna definitely put that in the mortgage website.
Great, great. And I also have a blog, and I think Anthony will be writing some blogs too. I haven't written in a while, so I do need to write and catch up, So that's the site that I had that everyone said was just so.
If you want me to add a blog to the new one as well, I can.
Yeah, because I think Anthony wants to write some articles and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
for sure.
So definitely having a blog on that would be great. But Anthony, he likes to like read articles, comment on them, blog about them, so on. So Anthony would be doing that. And anyone in the company that really wanted to contribute, talk about something, put on the blog, whatever. The blogs are good because the blogs are good because the blogs help people to engage with us more. Also, the internet searches. They call them spiders.
Mhm.
So the internet will actually search what people are posting, when they posted, what they posted, and then it'll like boost your ratings of your website. So if people are looking for mortgages in Houston,
Mhm.
we'll come up higher if we have fresh content always added on there that have words related to mortgage.
Mm.
So that's another purpose of blogging. By blogging, you can actually get more traffic organically. You don't have to pay for ads or nothing like that.
I see. But how do some companies get on the front page of Google? Just a lot of money, huh?
Well, there's a couple different ways. So one of the ways that they can do it is they can pay money to
Mhm.
be boosted and be on the top of the Google search and
Mhm.
have an ad there. Another way is blogging. By blogging, the spiders that are always searching the internet, they could actually pick up what you're writing about, take your keywords, and then boost you in the ratings.
I see.
So I've actually been boosted in the ratings before, and I wasn't spending any money. It was just that I was blogging. Other people were sharing my links. The more links, the more companies that share your link, and the more company links that you also share, that also helps you too.
I remember one.
And I'm not a tech guy, but this is just
Mhm.
what I've learned. I learned this from people calling me up, asking me to do my search engine optimization
Mhm.
and telling me what the services were. And I just wrote down what they said and I tried to do it myself.
I remember Christina. She said that she found your church website
Yeah.
on the front page of Google, and you
Perfect
didn't.
example.
Yeah, you didn't post any ads or anything like that. It just showed up because you were local in the area and you were blogging a lot, right?
I was blogging. I was putting, I
Mhm.
was putting blogs up very often. I was putting up blogs. And that got me boosted. And when she was looking for churches, that's how she found us. And I was shocked. I said, "Huh? How'd you find us?" She's like, "Yeah, I typed in Christian church in Houston and you came right up. Front page." I said, "Well, I'm not paying for that. I mean, that's great,
That's great.
So that's the kind of that's the kind of boosting you want is organic boosting.
You gotta be
right?
consistent.
So people posting your stuff, so people like sharing your link on their website, you sharing their link, writing blogs so that the spiders are always freshly reading your keywords. Those are great ways to get boosted.
Okay.
I mean, but you got to have time. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
obviously nowadays with technology and stuff, the time is cut in half. But you got to have time to sit there and put on a blog every week.
Right.
And honestly, I work so hard. When I do have my downtime, I just like want to be downtime.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to get squeeze in the gym and I got to spend time with the family, so it's not easy,
Right.
But let me just give a tip, for everybody. I always heard a saying, and I've heard different people have different sayings, and I never knew which one was true. So I'll ask you, a lot of people will say that your priorities in life should be God number one. Then they'll say, some people will say your wife number two.
Mm-hmm.
Some people will say your kids number three, and then you number four, and then your friends, and so on.
Mm.
Some people will say, no, you got to be number one. You got to put yourself first, because if you're not healthy and in shape working out, you're not going to be able to spiritually be strong. You're not going to be able to be strong for your family. You got to be number one. Other people say, no, you got to put your business first. You're going to be successful. You got to put your business first, So everyone has their own philosophies of what should be right.
Right.
So I'd like to just first ask you, and then also we could ask all of you out there in the studio audience, you could type in the comments, what order do you think is the proper order? Say that just the first five, 4 or 5, what you think is the proper order or priority for a healthy, productive life. And by the way, I forgot the statistics, but they are staggering. I can actually probably type it in, but the statistics are staggering about what percentage of successful CEOs are divorced. It's a very, very high percentage. So as I pull up that statistic, I want you to just from your heart, what do you think? What would be the? Tell us right now.
I'll tell you right now. Yeah.
What you think are the top 4 or 5, starting with your number 1.
So for me, recently I've been through some things, right? And what I've realized in that time, right? I gain a lot of clarity. And for me, the order that I would put it in, right now is God, myself, my family, and everything else after that. Business, work, relationships, everything after that. Because really, I see it like, if you don't have a good relationship with God and yourself, that's why they're the 2 most important things. A lot of things will come back at you, that the problems that you can't solve, that you never solved yourself, like it just builds up, right? Insecurities, things that bring you anxiety, fears that you have. That's why God and then yourself is up there. God first, you second. Because like you mentioned, when you take care of yourself, you can take care of everything else, right? And what I'm learning now is, how can I be as independent as possible, right? And the only really strong answer is by taking care of myself and speaking to God and talking about my problems to God. Because if I put my wife first, if I put my family first before myself, there will be a time where I can't be there for myself, right?
And I just want to mention something to the audience. You might think that this is some kind of a Christian podcast or preachy podcast. We're presently different religions.
Yes.
Obviously, he's trying to convert me. I'm trying to convert him. But he's Muslim and I'm Christian.
I'm not trying to convert you, Joseph.
Well, I try to convert everybody I meet to be able to know the Lord.
Yeah.
But we're different religions.
Yes, I am Muslim.
So we're not saying God first because we're religious.
No.
We're trying to push a religion. Different religions. But
different religions.
no matter what country you're from, no matter what you believe in, you should be very devout to your faith.
Yes, there's got to be a
Buddhist,
faith.
Muslim, Christian. You really have to have faith. That's something that really grounds you. So I just wanted to share that for a second, because I don't want people to think we're trying to preach to them. Like,
no.
Trying to preach because we're different religions, but God is most important.
Yes, God is most important. Yeah, and that's what I realized now. A lot of blessings came into my life because I really focused on God and myself this whole entire time. And then when relationships come around, right, I stopped putting God and myself first. And then that's when the problems come in. Insecurities, doubts, fears, fear of failure, nervousness, right? Because you put, let's say you have 2 cups of water, right? 1 cup is your relationship and 1 cup is yourself and God, right? You pour everything into that 1 cup. And now what are you left with? Nothing, right? And then they pour themselves out, your relationship, they pour themselves out, they're tired and everything. And then they come back to you for more, right? But you have nothing else to give. You have nothing else to provide.
Because you didn't fill yourself up with the other things that you need.
Exactly.
Which is, rest. And rest and relaxation, so you're not too stressed. You have to be filled. You got to be filled with peace.
Exactly.
God, so your moral compass is correct. So, yeah, you're right. So
it's just how it is, and not everybody can be a full cup. No one can be a full cup of water, right? And so, yeah, that's how I see it. That's how I feel about it.
So your number 1 and 2 is God and self, or self and God? What do you have at number 1?
Number 1 is God,
Okay.
and then yourself,
Okay.
because all the answers are from God, right? For me,
Yeah.
and then because me second, right, is because of the strength that I gain from speaking to God, right? It really fills my cup.
Yeah.
That's essentially why I put myself second.
Who would be third? What would be third?
Third would be family, for
Okay.
sure. Family for me. And then I guess you could say those are my 3 core beliefs: God, me, and family. But then there's always a fourth, and not a lot of people agree with what I'm about to say, but I think love is very important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love is very, very important. And I'm not talking about the selfish type of love. Oh, I just want a wife and children. No, like I that's what I want. No. It's the ability to be able to love and let go, right?
Yeah.
And then if you're able to do that, because you're able to fill yourself up. Because a lot of people can't let go because they don't know how to fill themselves.
Yes. Yeah, they're clinging on to love out of their own emptiness.
Exactly.
And that's a very unhealthy thing. So let me give you guys what I learned. I've always said pretty much exactly what Stanley said, as far as God number 1, or yourself number 1. Or I always say God number 1, then yourself, or you God number 1, then your wife, then your kids, then yourself. But I learned something in China, and China has all these philosophies. China's there's ancient Chinese proverbs.
Feng shui.
Yeah, all these things like he who eats 2 chicken have 1 donkey. But let me show you guys a picture here. I'm gonna pull up an image, and I'm gonna show you an image here. Okay. I'm going to pull up an image here if I can. All right. Let's just take one of these, for example. Here's a good one. All right. And can I go full screen with this?
Right click it.
Right click.
And then open image in new tab.
Okay. So right click, open image, and new tab.
Full screen. Yeah,
there we go. So we're full screen. I'm going to share this image with you guys. And I'm going to present to you something that I learned in China. And we're talking about work. We're talking about life, work-life balance. So let me just present this to you guys here. Share screen. We're going to go with that one. Boom. Okay, so here is an image. And if you see in this image, what do you see in this image here?
I see a tire.
A tire. Okay. This is a car tire?
No, it looks like a bicycle tire.
Yeah, it's a bicycle tire. And I think all of us have rode a bicycle before, so we're quite familiar with this. Just by the way, that stat is over 50% of CEOs are divorced. Jeff Bezos divorced. Elon Musk divorced 3 times. Bill Gates divorced. 50% of CEOs are divorced. And the reason why is because of a lack of balance, right? So if you look at this tire, one of the things that stands out is that there are these lines inside of the tire. These lines in the tire, what do they call those things in the bicycle tire?
I'm not sure.
Those are called spokes.
Spokes?
Spokes. Okay. So now you notice there is an even amount of spokes all the way around the wheel, giving an even amount of pressure. One spoke could be love, one could be children, one could be exercise, one could be prayer, one could be work, one could be resting, relaxation, one could be, and all those spokes represent different things in your life. Now, what would happen if you had more spokes on top and less spokes on the bottom of this wheel?
It would be unbalanced.
It would be unbalanced.
It would break.
The wheel would fold.
Mm-hmm.
It would fold and crushed. And most people get folded and crushed by life. And the reason why they get folded and crushed by life is because they had an unbalanced life. They fold and they get crushed because they had a strong, maybe, marriage, but they're struggling financially because they're not strong with the work ethic. Or they're strong with the work ethic and their marriage falls apart. or they're strong in their faith and they're super religious. I know a lot of people that their wives won't go to church, their kids won't go to church because the father is just too religious, right? So they're so strong in their faith, but they're not strong with the family, they're not strong with the business, and with work, and so they're struggling financially. So the answer and the secret and the key to life is balance. You have to have an equal amount of pressure. Don't give 100% to God, or 60% to God, 20% to you, 20% to wife, 20% to kids, 20% to love, or 80% to your family and love, and then 5% to God, 5% to. If you do that, if some of those spokes were weaker in any area of that wheel, it would crush and fold. So the secret to the wheel, and the reason why the wheel is successful and can perform at a high level, is because they give equal amount of balance to fitness and exercise, to family, to children, to God, to work. They give 100% to all. That wheel is given 100% to all. And we got that on the screen there. This wheel is given 100% all the way around to every single one. So the secret really is balance. Alex, one of our loan officers, told me, he said, man, it's either I'm really involved in the church, or I'm kind of not too involved in the church, getting a little bit cold spiritually, but I'm making a lot of deals. And if I start getting 100% to the church, I start to lose deals. He said, man, how do you find the balance? Well, I haven't found the balance yet, but that's the key to life, is getting the balance, finding the balance. I've had weeks and days with good balance, but maintaining that balance, right? So a good balanced life would be, you get up and you knock out that gym in the morning. Then you say you have your time of prayer. Then you have breakfast with your wife and your kids. Then you go to work, and then you come home and you relax, maybe read the newspaper. Maybe in the evening, go out with a couple of friends and to the cigar lounge, or to whatever, to the park and play a little softball or something. That is the secret, is having that balance all the way around. Getting in your prayer time, getting in your workout time, getting in your family time, working hard at work. Having the balance is how you have a successful life. And I always thought it was God first. And my wife don't agree, then to hell with her, or God first. If I lose the sale, who cares? God is number one. And I realized when I was in China, I actually learned this from a Chinese Singaporean.
Wow.
Singaporeans, by the way, are the most, if you look at efficiency, I have a friend of mine in Singapore. His job is efficiency. Corporate Fortune 500 companies fly him all over the world to their companies, and he comes in and he evaluates them and he gives them an efficiency score. So that's a whole profession. Efficiency is an entire profession. That could be a career, 6-figure income career, $300,000 a year. And all you do is you go around and you help companies with efficiency. That's why Starbucks is so successful. They brought in their efficiency experts, and they said, okay, if they line up here, the order is done here, and the coffee machine has to be this many centimeters away. If it's 1 foot off or 6 inches off, your turn time on coffees is down by 5% or down by 6%.
Wow.
So Starbucks had actually had efficiency experts come in there and perfected, obviously it depends on what branch you go to, right? But you go to like a high pop-in branch like Seattle, like I've been to the Bay Area there in Seattle to the first Starbucks, and they're pumping out, I don't know how many a day, maybe 2,000 cups of coffee a day. They're like, boom, 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 boom.
Wow.
There's a long line to get in, and they're just doing in, out, because they've developed efficiency. And so it's a whole career. And the top efficient companies in the world, guess what? You have Germany, you have Japan, and you have Singapore. And I believe, I forgot which one was 1, 2, or 3, but I think Singapore, or one of them, was like number 1 in the world. That's why Singapore has no oil, no gold, no diamonds, no manufacturing. Singapore has no natural resources, but they're one of the strongest economies in the world and one of the strongest passports in the world, Singapore, because they work with their mind. They don't have the resources, they don't have the factories, they don't have the production. Matter of fact, 100% of the food in Singapore is all imported. 100% of everything's imported.
Wow.
But they're so efficient. they're efficient, So it was actually a Singaporean that taught me the key to being successful is it is actually was invented by the years ago by those who had discovered how to make a wheel successful is to give it 100% pressure evenly all the way around. And that's the secret to life. Now, I'm not saying I've mastered that, I can't, not even close, but I do say that's what I'm striving for. If I had to grade my day, A, B, C, D, if I had to grade my day every day, which is something you could do every night before you go to bed, you could grade your day. Did I have my workout today? Did I have my prayer time? Did I show up early? Did I work hard? Did I give my mother a call? Did I spend time with my children? And you could grade your day. And the more A's you have, obviously, the better your life overall will be. And so many people, they have a lot of trauma in their life. 50% of CEOs divorced, health problems, a lot of problems and trauma is simply because of lack of balance. Matter of fact, there's a scripture that says, and I know we're not trying to preach here, but I am a pastor. I am a pastor too. So there's a scripture that says a false balance is an abomination. A false balance. So just overemphasizing, oh, my children. In America, they have a problem. People treat the children like gods. Oh, Johnny has a football game. Oh, Susie has ballet class. I'm sorry, I can't make it to church. Or I got to take off work today because Susie has a competition. And I got to take my kids to soccer practice on Saturday, so I can't make money for the family, And one of the problems in the West is we treat our kids like gods. And that's an abomination. It's a false balance, I
see what you mean.
have to have a good balance, and it's not easy. I take my kids to their MMA class, I take them to the basketball class, I take them to the piano class, and I squeeze it in between meeting clients and stuff like that, and in between church on Sundays. And, because we're going for that balance. Last week, me and my son got up at 5 a.m. We went to the park to work out. It was 27 degrees outside. Whew. And that was a great day. We got up at 27 degrees. We worked out, came home, had breakfast, was working by 9 a.m., spent time, had breakfast with my wife. So we got a chance to talk and catch up for the day. That was an A day.
That was an A day.
Yeah. And then that was last week, Thursday, I think. And I haven't done that since. But that was my best day. And that was a great day.
That was a great day.
I was, I had knocked out 7 of my priorities by 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And the rest of the day was just go home and go to the work and kill it in the office. Make those calls you got to call, do those follow-ups, work on your deals. It was a great day. So really, it's not God first, you second, you first, God second, third, wife second, third. It's really give 110% to your kids, to your wife, to yourself, to your God, 100%.
Wow. I see. That really opened my mind, Joseph. But how I see it too is I feel like you can't really find that perfect balance. I think it's something that you continuously work towards until you pass away. I feel like as long as you're trying to work towards being balanced, you will become balanced, right? Or not fully balanced.
Well, it depends on how you work on it,
right?
Like I've been working on trying to get to the gym, and I'm not doing so successful.
Hey, it's fine. No worries.
It's really about creating a schedule and working and sticking to it. That's the thing, right? Mm-hmm. Because everybody on earth is given the same something similar. Everyone on earth is given something similar. We all get 24 hours in a day. When I was in Bible college, my roommate used to park cars for a restaurant. Mm-hmm. And he noticed that when the rich people came in the Mercedes Benzes and the luxury cars, when he would get in the car to park the car, guess what they were listening to?
What were they listening to?
They were listening to podcasts by Tony Evans. They were listening to podcasts by, Dave Ramsey. They were listening to podcasts on the market, mm-hmm. And investment strategies and the economy. When he got into the Nissans and the Toyotas, guess what they were listening to?
What they listen to?
Yeah. It was beat bop and hip hop and a rock and roll. They were jamming. So he noticed, and he came home to me one day and he said, I noticed the poor people with their time he said the rich people, they take that time in the car and they're improving themselves. Everyone is given 24 hours. While one person is binge watching Netflix, 7 hours, of, Karate Kid. And then somebody else is actually studying for their PhD for those 7 hours.
That's true.
Or somebody is reading a book on macroeconomics during those 7 hours, or had gone to the gym, met with the client, read a book, read a magazine, spent time with their kids in the same 7 hours. While there's somebody else is binge watching Netflix.
Right.
We're all given 24 hours. And if you could imagine every hour like a train car, right? What you fill those hours up with will determine how far you go in life. So if you sit down and you make a schedule and you say, I'm going to get up at 5, I'm going to hit the gym for an hour and a half, half hour shower. I'm going to go home, I'm going to pray for 30 minutes, read my scriptures. Then I'm going to go to work and I'm going to get off. I'm going to go have dinner with my family. And you actually write that schedule out. You can have a perfect balance. What the hard work is sticking to it. So the hard work is the word discipline, right? And that's why Jesus called his followers, what did he call them?
Disciples.
Disciple meant
right.
Disciplined ones. So to be a disciple, biblically speaking, means to be a disciplined one. So really, it's about disciplining yourself to the priorities in your life. And some of that priorities is rest. I know people, I'm not going to say who, but I know an entrepreneur. And this lady works, no time with her family, no time for herself, gets burned out, just constantly working. And I always say, hey, you need to have time to relax. You need to go see a movie. You need to, you have to plan your vacations. You got to plan your vacations and stick to them. There's a lot of entrepreneurs that have not taken a vacation in years. I know a lot of people in ministry, the pastors, haven't taken a vacation in years, and I was one of them. I went like 7 years without a vacation.
Wow.
Just working 7 years straight, no vacation. So you have to plan your vacations, plan your rest time, plan your reading time, plan your gym time, and you have to stick to it. So you can have the perfect balance. And the question is, can you discipline to keep that? That's the challenge. And I would say then if you have this knowledge and you have this type of training, like what do you think Trump learned growing up? Military school. He learned regiment. He learned calendar. He learned scheduling. And that's why he ran circles around Joe Biden and Kamala. While they're barely getting one interview done, he did 3-4 interviews in the same day. A podcast over here, a TV show over here, a rally at night. After the rally, he's over here, he's speaking on MSNBC. Nobody could believe the schedule that Trump could keep at 73 or whatever he is, 73, 78 years old. Couldn't believe it. But that's how he was raised. He was raised with regiment, time, regiment, scheduling. You know what I mean? He was raised like that.
Right. So
unfortunately, I wasn't raised with that type of structure. So I had to kind of learn that structure and wrestle to get myself in a structure like that, But people that are high performers, that come from family of high performers, that go to top schools, military schools, they learn these regiments, right? That's why I think military is good for everybody. Military, you learn regiment, and if you could get out of the military and still get up and do your push-ups, sit-ups, and still make your bed, and you're a leg up on most of the people in the country.
Right.
So we all have the same 24 hours. God is fair. He has given us all the same 24 hours, but the winner does something with those 24 hours that the loser doesn't. People come to America from Nigeria, from Barbados, from St. Thomas, from Ethiopia, and they come here and they become politicians, they become doctors, and the very kids who are born and raised in America are working at Starbucks and, maybe working in a factory or driving a forklift. And the kid who came from Ethiopia is a doctor in the hospital. They're both given the same 24 hours, but they applied, what they did with those 24 hours was different than the person who was raised in a poverty mentality.
And with all this, keeping consistency and everything, like you mentioned, what's the ultimate goal? How do you become motivated to be that consistent? Like that's the biggest question. Is it a mindset, or is there a ultimate goal that you have, Joseph, to strive for that? Because there are a lot of young people out there that don't know what they're doing, right? People in their 20s like me, right? That they're just going through life without an ultimate goal. When did you find that ultimate goal? And
Yeah.
what is that ultimate goal, if you're willing to share?
Yeah, well, we do have in this generation, you know, a problem with apathy. You know, apathy is a problem. And if apathy is a problem, there can be some cures. I always say, if you're struggling with apathy, you know, meaning that you just kind of like in Chinese they say wu so wei. You're just kind of a leaf blowing in the wind.
Hmm.
Find something that angers you, something that fires you up, something that gets you emotional, something that angers you, and go out and fix it. Or find something that makes you cry, something that makes you angry, something that makes you cry, and get involved fixing that, because you do have to have some passion. And if you don't have passion, you're not going to have the energy that you need to bring to the table. So you have to have a sense of purpose. Matter of fact, one great author by the name of Robert Coleman said this, and I wrote it down, I put it on my wall, and I memorized it because it's so profound. He said, "We must know how our daily routines fit into the overall plan for our life. If our souls will be thrilled with the sense of destiny." Most people's souls are not thrilled with destiny. Elon Musk, he wakes up every day so excited about life. He's so excited to be part of Doge. He's so excited to send people to Mars. He's so excited about, the innovations, the ideas, the Neuralink. He's excited about making the blind see with Neuralink, by making the cripples walk with Neuralink. He's filled with his soul is thrilled with the sense of destiny. We have to have a sense of destiny. And when you don't have a sense of destiny, then your daily routines become
Meaningless.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So being mission minded,
Be mission minded.
being mission minded, what is my mission? What is my goals? What are the things I want to accomplish? What are the things I want to do in life? And keeping that before you. That's why guys like Jim Carrey, Tony Robinson, a lot of motivational speakers, a lot of stars. I think it was, who was that? I know it was Jim Carrey, but there's a lot of stars that said that they like Jim Carrey said he wrote $1 million check and he put it on his wall when he was broke and just struggling living in an apartment. He wrote $1 million check with his name on it and he put it on the wall because that motivated towards him goal. Some people, I know Bill Luh, one of our friends, Bill Luh.
Bill.
He has a picture of himself on Time magazine.
Wow.
And so it's not real Time magazine, but he had somebody make a picture of himself on Time magazine front cover because that's his goal, So he's driven by that goal. So that's why they talk about putting your goals before you, the car you want on the wall. Some people put the babe they want on the wall while they're doing their ab workout,
Right.
what I mean? But setting those goals before you, being reminded of those goals, help you to remember why you do what you do every day.
Mm-hmm. And I guess it also gives you a sense of who you are, right? Like a person. Because I know there are some people that don't even know who themselves they are, and they get lost. They don't know what they like. And I think a lot of young people struggle with that today, that they are always, what's it called? They're always on TikTok, scrolling through Instagram. And there's nothing wrong with having a rest and going through Instagram and YouTube and watching videos. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But if it's something that you do day by day, getting that dopamine, what is it called again? Yeah, dopamine.
Dopamine, yeah.
Just a small hit every time you see a funny video, interesting video, or a hot girl, hot guy, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, a cute puppy even. It will desensitize you.
Yeah, that's why we're having a lot of emotionally depraved generation now, because the dopamine addiction. That's why like Steve Jobs and like Bill Gates, a lot of these big tech oligarchs, they say they don't allow their kids to have phones, or they don't allow them to have social media accounts because they know the neurological damage that it does.
The effects.
So they don't allow their kids. A lot of these big guys, a lot of the guys who made the vaccines for COVID won't let their kids take the vaccine. Hopefully, I don't get a strike for that. But it's a known fact a lot of them don't allow their kids to take it.
Yeah.
And the same thing with the tech oligarchs. They don't let their kids to have Snapchat. They don't let their kids have TikTok. They don't let their kids have them because they are the architects of it. They built it for addiction. They know the damage that it does, but they care more about the profits than they do public health.
Wow.
So they don't let their kids do it, but they're pushing this because of, you know, the to hit those profit margins, right? So what happens is when you only have so much that your brain can produce, dopamine, right? So whatever dopamine hit, every time you see a like or a heart on your post, that's a dopamine hit.
Yeah.
You get a dopamine hit. So what happens is when you keep hitting that dopamine, just like cocaine, you get burned out when you do cocaine, because what cocaine does is cocaine opens up the doorway where the dopamine is stored in your brain, and you get a rush of dopamine. So you're not really getting high on cocaine, you're getting high on dopamine, but cocaine opens the floodgates for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's similar. Social media is the same thing.
Right.
It gives you that high, that high, that high, that high, that laugh, that giggle. And then actually, you know, you're zoned out, you're zombified, hours have gone by, and now you're drained.
Yep.
You're drained because all the dopamine is gone.
No water in your cup. Yep.
There's no water in your cup. The dopamine is gone. You don't have the biological chemical fuel that's needed to give you motivation to get up and go do what you got to do.
Exactly. And I think that's why people struggle with focus nowadays, because there's not saying there's anything positive about emotional attachment, but there's a reason why it's called passion, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have no passion, that hence you have no emotion towards it. Let's say you're working on a goal that you used to really like, right? Let's say you're a music artist.
Yeah.
You keep scrolling day by day, you keep draining yourself. All of a sudden, that emotional attachment to your passion is gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a passion anymore.
Mm.
It drains you now.
Yeah.
And that's why people, I'm not saying to get off. I'm not telling everybody to get off of social media or anything like that. I'm just saying there's a balance. And like we mentioned today, there's a balance to things.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad idea to start, you know, cutting back.
Yeah. Cutting back. Cut back.
I'll check, you know, I'll do it once a night for an hour,
mm-hmm.
you know, or whatever, you know, something to cut back, you know, or just on Fridays, I'll check my updates, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad idea, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that you just nailed, and this is why when we're talking about, you know, our theme is fix or flop.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say, I want to be an investor. I want to be an investor. I want to, you know, do real estate. I want to do this. I want to do that. And they never do it. It's always a flop. And it's because they don't have the energy.
Right.
They don't have the energy. It's an idea. They get excited. They go to a seminar. And that's how Tony Robbins makes millions of dollars. Grant Cardone makes millions of dollars on the flops. People come in. They go to the conference. He boosts them up. He cheers them up. Mm-hmm. They buy his cassettes, his CDs, his DVDs. They enroll in his mentorship programs. They get on his email list. And then they go home and they flop. And they flop because they don't get the motivation. And they could possibly be having a lack of motivation. It could very well simply be from sugars. And I had a shake today because I didn't.
Yeah, I had a shake today.
That was my fault, you know. But it could come from sugar highs. It could come from social media highs. Mm. But it's draining. Sugars are draining. You know, social media is draining. And obviously one of the biggest dangers is social media. It's
one of the biggest.
Glad you brought that up. Now it's a great tool to market because the country and the world is addicted to it. So it's great to get out there and market on social media. But don't fall prey, don't fall victim yourself of draining your dopamine, draining your energy. And it's a good thing, I would say, not to even use it in the daytime. Mm-hmm. Morning, daytime. You know, I'm guilty. Wake up, first thing you do in the morning is you check your...
You scroll, you check
scroll,
your...
And you can get stuck in the bed scrolling for a long time.
It's a never-ending curse.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
So, you know, I would definitely suggest probably don't even use social media until your day is over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, wait till your day's over before you use social media,
Exactly.
unless you are posting. You can log in and post something and whatever, and then get off, right?
Yeah.
If you're doing it for business, say you're going through profiles to message realtors or message clients or message buyers, investors, you have a property you want to sell and you message them, send them, hey, I got this property, here's the address, whatever.
Right.
But you don't get distracted with the cat.
Right. Like, are you using it as a
Don't
tool?
get distracted with the cat or the kitty. You should know what I mean by the kitty.
Yeah, right. Like, are you using this as a tool, or are you the consumer? Right. Do you want to
Yes.
be a producer, or do you want to be a consumer?
Yes.
Mhm.
You could be successful with social media if you don't use it as a consumer, but
Exactly.
you use it as a tool.
Mhm.
Well
And that's why we
said.
have this
Well
podcast.
said.
Yeah, that's why we have this podcast. We want to be like Joe Rogan.
Well, my idea with the podcast really is just to add value.
Mhm.
So people that are in the space of real estate and investment could log in and can have a conversation instead of, like I said, the boom, 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 hip hop, bebop, But log in, hear a valuable conversation, get something out of it that you can apply to your life that can help you, whether we're spitting game and knowledge in the business, or whether we're spitting principles or dealing with issues.
Mhm.
We want you to get value out of it. We want you to like it and share it so
Please.
we could get more people to join the community. And we're looking to do deals together. We want to do deals with you. We want to do deals with your friends and your community. And we want to be able to offer you. The good thing about what we do is we offer money. We
fund
money.
dreams. We fund dreams.
We fund dreams. Yeah. Yeah. We not refund.
Not refund.
Not refund dreams.
We fund.
We fund dreams. We fund dreams. And so that's why it's a good business. We have what you need. I got what you need. Like the drug dealers used to say.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I got what you need.
I got what you need.
I got what you need. I got what you want.
I got my wares here in my trench coat.
Yeah, we got financing for your fix and flip, for your investment property, for your house. So for us, the hustle is letting people know that we're in the market space and that we're going to help you guys, and we're going to get you the best deal that is available. And we're not going to take it to the cleaners. We're going to charge a just amount and make sure that you're very limited in your total cost and expenditures, so you can maximize your investment, so forth. So that's what we do here at Council Group, and that's why we have this podcast. That's the main vision. Eventually, we're going to come up with a vision statement. We were supposed to have a meeting this morning. I don't know what happened. Anthony was up. I was up, but I wasn't on. I didn't get to work until 9 o'clock.
Yeah, everybody was really busy that morning. I was busy. I woke up and drove straight to the office just to work on the website. So
yeah, so we could definitely reconvene on our Monday meeting. But we're working on getting our vision statement out there, our mission statement out there, and we're going to be doing a little just introductory video. Have you seen PBD, Patrick Bet-David's? I don't think you've seen this.
No, I haven't.
He has an extra introduction video. So when you get hired in this company, you have to come and watch this video. And he goes through an overview of the company and the company culture. He says, for some of you watching this video, this might be the last job you ever have. And for others of you, it would be, the worst job you ever had. He says, so we want to let you know what our expectations are up front and what it's going to look like and how we do business here, so you can make that decision. And I thought, man, that's a really great conversation, because as a company, you don't want people coming in, wasting your time, and then they leave, right? So he likes to have that conversation right up front. And I thought, we should kind of make a video. We're going to make a video, but maybe some kind of orientation like that too. Like, this is our culture. This is what our goals, this is, if you come to this company, you have to be able to go out there and build your own book of business. You got to go out there and market. You got to advertise. You got to network. You got to build up your book of business. You only eat what you kill. This is not the place where you're going to get leads, but this is the place where you're going to be treated like a brother, like a sister, like a family. This is a place where we're going to be supporting you and praying for you, and we'll help you out. We'll talk to your customers with you, and we're going to support you 100%. But you're not going to get a salary here. We're a 1099 environment. So setting those expectations up for people, I think, can help them. Also, I think for us, we could say, it's important to have that conversation. Hello, Dr. Harris. Good to see you, sir. Blessings. And what's the day of our charity?
March 22nd, Saturday, 6 to 10.
Saturday, March 22nd, 6 to 10. The Rotary Club of Sugarland, right?
Yes.
The Rotary Club of Sugarland is having a charity event, and we're going to be promoting that. And we want to invite everyone out to that charity event. We're going to have celebrities there, and we're going to have great food. They're going to have casino there. They're going to have an open bar and just a one. Yeah, what's the menu here? What's on? Let's put Dr. Harris on here. Mention the menu, please.
It's the whole 9 yards: filet mignon, shrimp scampi, potatoes au gratin, a good salad, a chocolate dessert, other stuff. But I mean, it's elaborate. It's gourmet, and they're going to auction off 12 celebrities, including our Congressman Troy Nels, Sugarland Mayor Joe Zimmerman, and 10 others. They'll auction off for like a celebrity in lunch or a celebrity in golf. So that should be kind of fun. So it's going to be at Safari, Texas on 1464, 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Should be a good time. And we're benefiting anti-sex trafficking and homelessness locally.
That's great.
Safari, what's the Safari, Texas? What's the address?
It's on 1464.
1464. All right.
It's
So-
hard to miss. It's huge.
It's hard to miss. It's very, very huge. 22nd of this month, Safari, Texas. The mayor of Sugarland is going to be there. We're also going to have Congressman Troy Nels.
Are you connected to the mayor, Joseph?
I'm going to be after this event. Yeah, so there it is. I'm going to just post it in here. Safari Ranch there. We invite, contact me. I do have a couple of seats. You could come with me. So contact me if you are interested. We're looking for, people that be interested in coming and joining with us. If you are interested, I'm not sure exactly how much the tickets are. It is a charity event, so we're looking for business-men, entrepreneurs.
There's a ticket right there, Joseph.
And we have the ticket here. Could you show that on the camera?
Yeah.
If you could do a close-up of that
I'm gonna try my best.
on the camera, and it's going to be a big banquet hall, so that's going to be fantastic. There we go. That's the ticket right there. We'll take a picture of it later on, and I'll just do a little screen share with you guys here. Let me share that on the screen. Safari, Texas. Here we go. So this is a little bit of what the building looks like. A little video. I believe it seats 600 to 800 people. So we're sharing these pictures live here. Look at that beautiful stairway there.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's going to be a black tie affair. So, and they're going to have a whole casino there. All the proceeds of the casino. Now, ain't going to be no proceeds for me because I'm going to win. But for those who lose, the proceeds are going to go to fight sex trafficking here in this area. Let me see the ticket too.
There you go.
I haven't seen the ticket. So,
So
it's
just check
100.
one of these
Okay, so
out.
it's $125 for a person. But here's the deal: $200 for a couple. So if you're a couple, it's only $200. And Saturday, March 22nd, and Safari, Texas Ranch in the Magnolia Room. It's 6 to 10, and this is sponsored by my Rotary Club, the Sugarland Rotary Club, which I am enrolled to be a member there. So here's some pictures of some of the events there. You can take a look at it. Very beautiful grounds, black tie affair, and we're going to have the mayor and the congressman, and there's going to be a lot of different celebrities there. And as a matter of fact, at my table, there will be 2 celebrities at my table. I just found out.
Wow.
I'm going to personally be having 2 of the celebrities with my
Wow.
table. So we're blessed to hear that. I don't know if you heard that. He said they're going to give me 2 celebrities. Yeah, he said they decided that they're going to give me 8 seats and 2 celebrities. Wow. Yeah, so that's fantastic. Get your entry ticket. Contact me for a ticket. It's only $125 a person, $200 a couple. There's going to be games and all kinds of wonderful things happening. And the most important thing is not about the games. It's not about the food. It's not even about the celebrities. It's to save lives, save people, save children, save women from human trafficking right here in Houston. Houston is one of the major cities of human trafficking. Mm-hmm. And we are determined at the Rotary Club and at Castle Group Mortgage to put an end to it, to stomp it out. So
yes, sir.
So that's we want you to be a part of it. So join us at Safari Texas Ranch. The date on the ticket is March 22nd.
March 22nd, 2025.
March 22nd, 2025,
6
6
p.m.
to
to
10
10
p.m.
p.m.
So please grab a couple tickets, come down, join us, give us support, play a little blackjack or some Texas Hold'em or something, and let's stop human trafficking. Let's save lives. Matter of fact, I saw a special today. You got to see it. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
About the human trafficking that's going on. And you know that the Guatemala is one of the top countries that the human trafficking is really, taking place. And because a lot of the kids are Mayan speaking, so they don't speak Spanish. So when they take the kids from the Mayan country, they can't tell people, help, I've been kidnapped, because they don't speak Spanish. They don't speak Mayan. And so there's a massive amount of kids that have been trafficked out of Guatemala. They said of something like 56%, I saw a statistic of all the children there are being trafficked out. And a lot of them end up in, one recently I just heard about a young little girl that was trafficked for sex slavery, and they found her in Detroit. So they're sent all across America. And there's a lot of it that goes on in Houston. So we want to be alert. We want to be aware. We want to fight against it. And we want to save lives. That's why we're here. We're here to do good, save lives, and help people. And, if your life is not worth living, somebody else's life is. And you could take your life and do it to save others. What more noble cause can there be, right? So, this is something we were talking earlier about, what angers you, what makes you cry, what hurts you. Take that and use that. Yeah. And if the abuse of little children is not something that touches your heart, you have to maybe hear some more stories, see some of the more documentaries, and find out what's happening, because it is something that should not be tolerated in this country, and definitely not here in the Houston area. Now obviously there's some adults that voluntarily put themselves. We're not talking about that. We're talking about trafficked women, oftentimes Spanish and Chinese women that come here maybe without the proper visa or whatever, and they're looking for a job, or they're told they're going to be a model, and then they're kidnapped, raped, their passports are taken, and they're put in, they're trafficked and forced into all kinds of horrendous situations. They said this one, I think it was this young boy in Guatemala. From Guatemala, they found that Detroit had been raped like 9 times that day when they found him by men. It's just disgusting, horrible. So we want to definitely support this effort here on March 22nd with the Sugarland Rotary Club, and get a ticket, and it'll be a wonderful meal, potatoes au gratin, shrimps, and all kinds of stuff you mentioned. So come on, be a part of that, and do good. So I'm glad that Dr. Harris came in today, and we can share that.
Thank you,
Dr. Harris. So, all right, well, we've been on for an hour.
Yeah.
I think we could close with that. Do you have any final words? Anything you want to say?
No, I mean, besides the interest rates are a lot better now.
The interest rates are a lot better now. Not as great as we like it to be, but it's not too bad right now. Dr. Harris has his hand raised.
You can tickets can be ordered online at www.sugar.
Tickets can be ordered online at www.sugar. Sugar me, baby. SLR.
No, SL Rotary.
SL Rotary.
SL Rotary. Fundraiser.com. You could purchase your tickets with Zelle. And SL Rotary. Fundraiser. Okay. Trying to see if I can find it here. Sugarland.
That's definitely the one.
Oh, SL Rotary. Okay, so it's not Sugarland. Okay, I found it. All right, I found it. Guys, I'm going to share it with you in the chat. You could get that right there, and also you can take a look at the site where you could get your tickets. It's called Community Awareness Night. This is fantastic. And it's also sponsored by Child Advocates of Fort Bend, Attack Poverty, and of course, our Sugarland Rotary Club. So this is a really fantastic thing. And here's a little video about it. I wonder if I could share the audio for this video.
I don't think it's black tie.
Okay, so you could.
You can wear a suit, but not.
Oh, so don't have to be black tie. You could wear a suit or whatever, and that'd be fine. Let's just show you this little video here.
Sugarland Rotary invites you to community.
So there's a
awareness
little.
night. This classy night will be
They got a little
filled
video,
with
advertising
casino
video.
activities, music, dancing, an open bar and dinner, and even
I'm not sure
an
if they're
option
getting to
where
hear
you
that
can win
audio.
an outing with local celebrities. It's all in the name of a good old fundraiser. See what I did there? I emphasized the fun. We'll be building awareness for Attack Poverty, Child Advocates of Fort Bend, and the mission of the Sugarland Rotary Club, where we give back to our community and
Wow.
nonprofits all year
Our
long.
successful
So
business
please,
people that just want to do
join
good
us
work.
for community
Mhm.
awareness
So we get in there,
as we come
help
together
improve a
and
problem,
help
and
fight
get out.
homelessness.
Mm.
Try to heal the hurt and break the cycle
Wow.
of abuse and neglect for
100%
children.
of the money will go to the cause.
It's sure to be an enjoyable event.
That's great.
Sponsorships are available and tickets are already on sale. Visit slrotaryfundraiser.com for more information and to reserve your seat. See you there.
All right, that's the video. I'm not sure if you guys were able to hear the video, but I did post a link there. And 100% of all the money donated will go directly to the cause. The cost and the expense of it is already paid for by the Sugarland Rotary Club. So there's going to be a lunch and golf auction. So you could have lunch or play golf with one of the celebrities. So that's going to be auctioned off. There's going to be photo shoots with celebrities, music, dancing, open bar. So, it's quite exciting. Live auction bid on lunch with celebrities. Charles Davis, former Pittsburgh Steelers defensive back. Bucky Richardson, former Oilers and Texas A&M quarterback. Laurie Colkhurst. I should share all this with everybody, right?
Yeah, you should.
Let me share this with you guys here. All right, let's go back. These are the celebrities that you could possibly meet, take pictures with, and win a private lunch with or a golf game with. Mark Smith, the Fort Bend School District Superintendent. Troy Nels, Texas 22nd District Congressman. Joe Zimmerman, the Sugarland Mayor. Steve Sparks, Houston Astros color commentator and former pitcher. Pete Olson, former 22nd District Congressman. Jimmy Thompson, former Sugarland Mayor. So it's going to be just exciting things. And here's some of our sponsors: Morgan Stanley, State Farm, WJ Interest, Bailey's Bates and Associates, Pet Sweets, Sugarland. So those are some of the sponsors there. Of course, I did sponsor too. Houston International Revival Church is one of the sponsors there. So a little bit about the Rotary Club. You could donate right here on the site. You could be a part of this special awareness event coming up March 22nd, a Community Awareness Night. So that's exciting. I didn't tell you about that, did I?
No, that's exciting.
So we're going to be doing this. So glad Dr. Harris came in to remind me of it. Next podcast, we can promote it a little bit more. And you're all invited. If you're in the Houston area, you're invited to be a part of it. Thanks for joining us. Any last words for you, sir?
No, sir.
All right, guys. We are signing off. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. Bye-bye. There it is right there, folks.